Hello, we're priming this Jaden's videos, and first off, happy October. I hope you're enjoying your month so far. I don't know when this will be uploaded. I hope you're enjoying the Jack's Halloween Marathon so far. Don't know how many videos I would have gotten out from it by now, but because I don't know when I'm going to upload this, but I'm filming this October 2nd, so we're right at the start of October, right at the start of the official Halloween season. So it's super exciting. We got an awesome month ahead of us, but this video is a really exciting one to do for me. I haven't done any haul videos this season simply because every time I've gotten a haul, I've incorporated it in the hunting videos, and then every time I get a prop that's like standalone, I just make a review. But I wanted to do this as a haul because I'm not going to make reviews on all this stuff. There might be a few things that I make reviews on, but I'm not going to make reviews on all this stuff. Am I even recording? Yes, I am. Good. I'm not going to make reviews on all this stuff. Now, if you did not know, today, October 2nd, 2021, Spirit Halloween did something that I don't think they've ever done before, but that for employees, which I am, we got a 40% off discount, which usually the employee discount is 30%. They gave us 40 today, which is pretty cool. That is the lowest price that you can get during the season, and that's awesome because obviously, I mean, the 50% off sale is nice and all, but it's after Halloween, so it's kind of like, oh, well, I don't even get to use this year. This was a very close to 50% off during the season, so that is awesome. So I got some really cool stuff. No animatronics, because I'm basically done with getting all the animatronics I need this year. I do need to exchange Mr. Dark and Harriet Hustle at the time of recording this, because they're both broken, but with that out of the way, I still paid for them, so I still own them, because I'm going to just get new models of them. But with that out of the way, I got these really cool things that I have been wanting all season. I'm very happy about it. I'm going to start with this one, which actually technically isn't mine because my mom bought this one because she really wanted it. This is the Pose and Stay Digi-Eye Skeleton. Now, if you're wondering what his regular price is, if I could get his tag out. Come on. It's $59.99. Which honestly is not that bad considering the price of normal Pose and Stays, and this one has digital eyes. I don't have batteries in it right now. This is probably one that I will make a review on simply because this is a big boy here, and this is one that I think deserves a review. You can technically count it as a life size, but it's not an animatronic. Really, really cool though. My mom bought this one because she really wanted this guy. It's one of her favorite things Spirit has this year. But me, myself, I wanted it as well. But I don't know if I was going to get it because I don't know if I was going to pay $60 on it. Well, obviously I wouldn't have had to pay that, but I didn't know if I was going to get it. So I'm glad that she got it because now I have one, and that's awesome. And I might get some more of these later on in the season. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Probably not though, but he is really cool, and I can't wait to turn him on. Obviously, if you don't know, his eyes are screens, and they're going to look around and stuff, which is a really cool feature. He's still kind of wrapped up right there because I just got him. Now we're going to move on to the stuff that I bought. And I got some really cool stuff. This first one is one that I actually did not intend to get, but I got it anyways. Because I didn't know about it until like just a couple days ago. And I think it was Wednesday I found out that this even exists from a picture on Instagram or something. And it's awesome. I saw it in my store today. I was like, I need that. If you don't know, Trick or Treat is one of my favorite horror films. I've gotten a lot of Trick or Treat stuff this year. Actually, another thing in here is from Trick or Treat. I got the canvas, the picture with the kids in the school bus right over there a couple weeks ago. So I have a little Trick or Treat shelf in my room. I've also got the Flaming Pumpkin from last year. And I have the actual Sam animatronic from last year. Or from 2 years ago, returned last year, and is coming back this year. I have him. And he's in my living room right now for decoration. But I wanted to add this to my little trick-or-treat shelf in my room. This is super cool. It's a replica of the candy bar that Sam has in the film, which typically we would just see the lollipop, which I do want the replica of the lollipop that they have because though I do have the Sam animatronic and he comes with one, I want one that's just standalone as well. I'll probably get it eventually. But I really wanted the candy bar because we haven't seen this before. Really, really cool, and it's got some great detail and everything. Like, it's got all the ingredients and everything printed on there. But obviously, I'm not going to display it like this. I'm going to display it like this. It comes off just like in the movie when he bites it, and the blade is inside. That is super cool, and I'm glad that they made a little prop of it. And it is retractable, so like you can stab yourself with it, and it'll look like it goes in. This is really cool. I'm glad I got this, because I feel like this is going to look really good with my other trick-or-treat stuff. Really, really cool. It's kind of a cheap plastic. It's not like, it doesn't look amazing. I would have preferred if it was like latex or something, because it just would have had better detail. However, it is only $9.99, so it's not that bad of a price at all, and it is officially licensed from Trick or Treat. So there you have that. While we're on the subject of Trick or Treat, we might as well move on to the next Trick or Treat thing, which is the Sam Sidestepper, which I'm pretty sure was released last year, but it could have been released in 2019. I don't remember. I think it was last year. But I did want him last year, but this year I really wanted him. I've never really gotten the Sidesteppers. I don't know why. I just never did. But I'm really starting to like them a lot more because they're just making more characters of them, and I love how every time they get a big license, they do a Sidestepper of it. Kind of surprising they didn't make a Beetlejuice one this season. But I got the Sam one. He's super cool. He originally retails for $29.99. I love him. He's super cool. I love the box art on all of the Trick or Treat products. The box art is great with the burlap, and it just looks so Halloween. But obviously, if you don't know, he does that. So he does have the exact same audio as the animatronic, but I really like him having a little miniature Sam. That's very reminiscent of the animatronic. Now mine, the eyes are a little like weird, you may notice. I don't know if they're all like this. I don't remember if they were like this last year, but all the ones at my store had their eyes kind of separated like this. And this one was the last one at my store today. Well, there were two. I got this one, and then there was one left, but it sold before I even bought this one. So there's no more left. So I got the best looking one. I think it still looks kind of weird though, but it doesn't really matter. We're now going to move on to, I'll do the next license thing I got stuff from in a moment, but first I just want to get this out of the way, the more classic Halloween. I got the vintage Wolfman doll. I used to get the SVI haunted dolls a lot, but I kind of stopped getting them when they just started continuing to just make normal dolls and stuff, because those ones don't really appeal to me too much anymore because I just have so many of them now. And I didn't get the Hugs doll simply because I don't have the life-size Hugs, so I didn't really have a use for it or anything. I really do want the Uncle Charlie doll, but the same thing is I don't have the life-size Uncle Charlie, so I mean, you can definitely get the smaller one without it, but I kind of would prefer to have them both than to just have the smaller version. Same with the Crouchy doll, though I like the Crouchy one a lot, that I might get it. But I just had to get this one, the vintage one, Wolfman, because I love vintage Halloween, and I mean, it's a vintage werewolf. Werewolves are my favorite monsters. It's a vintage werewolf, and it's one of these dolls. I really do like the dolls. Like I said, I just stopped getting them for a little bit, but I'm jumping back in and getting more of them because they're making so many cool ones now. Like I said, the Uncle Charlie one and Crouchy one are awesome. I really do want them. Since I don't have the life sizes, I'm a little more hesitant, but I might eventually get them. I do like the vintage clown, but I don't think it's one I'm going to get just because I think the audio is cool, but since it's not really scary audio or creepy or anything, it just doesn't feel very Halloween to me because he's not a creepy looking clown. I would get if he was supposed to look friendly and then he had creepy audio, but he has friendly audio and looks friendly, so he doesn't seem too Halloween to me, but I still like him. This one's my favorite because it's a werewolf. I actually didn't care for this one too much when I first saw pictures of it, just because, not because of how this looks. I think the face and stuff looks phenomenal. I just thought it was weird how it just says Wolfman across his shirt, but honestly, I've grown to like it a lot because it's supposed to be like old horror film font, I guess. I really like this guy. Definitely my favorite doll they came out with this year. I love the look of him and everything. He looks super cool, and of course, he's a cool one. I like him a lot. I cannot wait to see what more dolls they do next, because, oh, I do want to mention, all the dolls they do now, I mean, they still do some normal dolls now, but for the most part, the majority of the dolls they do now are either based on an animatronic or a mask, which the animatronic ones are the coolest, because if they eventually make a doll of an animatronic I already own, I will absolutely buy that, because I just think it's a super cool thing to have a miniature of. But now these ones, the vintage ones, if you didn't know, these are designed after the vintage masks that Spirit is selling, which I love those. They're super cool. If I can get my hands on the werewolf one, I will get it, but I haven't seen it at my store yet. But yeah, that's what this is designed after. So I'm really curious to see what type of stuff they're going to design dolls after next. I think it's a really good concept. We're now going to move on to the last two things, which are from a movie that I honestly had never even fully watched until July of this year. However, I liked it so much that it's quickly become one of my favorite horror films. Probably not like at the top, but I would say in the top 15 or so. And I really, really do like the stuff that they have from it this year. I think it's really great. If I mean, it's possible I might get the life size that they have, which is shorty. If you haven't guessed, I'm talking about Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And like I said, I'd seen snippets of the movie before, and I always loved how the clowns looked and everything. I never watched it fully through until July of this year. And but it was like Trick or Treat. Right after I had seen Trick or Treat, only a month later I bought the Sam animatronic, just because I loved the movie so much. Even though I hadn't been watching it for years, I just loved it so much. It's kind of the same thing with Killer Clowns. I just liked it so much after watching it that it's already one of my favorites, and I definitely do plan to watch it again and again and again. Definitely now that it's the Halloween season, I'm going to watch it again. So I got the spiky sidestepper. This guy's selling fast. If you want this guy, I mean, everything's selling fast this year at every store. Spirit's getting wiped out. The animatronics that we put out are gone within a day. I mean, it's crazy. It's never been this chaotic before with stuff selling out. But that's a good thing. It means Spirit's doing good, and it means they're just going to come back bigger and stronger every single year, which is great. Okay. So this is being recorded on a completely different day than the other footage because for whatever reason, my camera didn't record the last thing in the haul. No matter. Let's get on to it. It's going to be darker in here because it's nighttime, but that's okay. The last thing I got, which I think I mentioned it at the end of the other one, I don't know if I did though, but this is another thing from Killer Clowns. It is the cotton candy gun. I was really, really wishing that it would have recorded the original footage for this because you could have seen it in its box and everything, and unfortunately it didn't. But here it is. This thing is super cool. It's really movie accurate, and it's only $24.99, which isn't that bad. I'm glad I got this. If you want this, you should get it as soon as you can because this thing sells fast. As soon as it was put on the floor, it was gone. Granted, I bought two. I bought one for myself and one for Mac, but it was still gone very, very fast because we had 3. And all 3 were gone very fast, and I know before that we had more, and those ones were all gone. We might have even had more before that, and those ones were all gone. I don't know. All I know is that this thing sells fast. And if you want it, you should get it as soon as you can. And honestly, $24.99 is actually a really good price for this. I expected like $40 or something. It's not a bad price at all. You can use it for a costume, but I'd consider it more of an actual prop, like a replica prop. What I'm using it for is obviously Halloween decorating. However, this can be used with a costume, but I consider it more of a replica prop, and it does that. It's super cool. My only thing, I wish it had a longer activation, because that activation is pretty short, but it's really cool. I love the lights here, and I love the fact that this spins. Really, really cool. So that's it. I hope you all enjoyed this video. A lot of cool stuff I got during that 40% off employee day. I'm happy they did that because usually I hate how the big discount days are always after Halloween. I'm glad that us employees got a big discount day before Halloween. I think that's pretty awesome because I was able to stock up on some stuff I wanted during the season, and it makes me very happy. So thank you, Spirit, for doing that. Thank you for watching. Keep howling at the moon, my werewolves.